Hello, viewers. Welcome to the Man Cave, and we're ready to kick off an NFL season shortly in a couple days. So we're going to be reviewing and previewing the NFL season and what we think we're going to see, who's going to win the divisions, some sleeper teams, some disappointers. Yeah. So I guess we'll start it off with the AFC, and we'll go through each division.
Okay.
And let's start off with the AFC North.
AFC North. Okay.
Yes, Steelers and
Do you want me to say how I feel this division's gonna go? I'll start off, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah.
So
go ahead.
I don't think much is gonna change really in this division. In the AFC North, I have the Ravens winning the division, and I think they're the clear winner of this division. I'll go ahead and say it. I think they're 100% going to win this division. I'm not kidding. I think the Browns are a good team, and I think the Browns have improved. And I know the Steelers won 8 games last year without Big Ben, but the only way the Steelers can snatch this division, which I don't think is possible in my opinion, is Big Ben has to play like how good he used to be. And I don't think that's going to happen. And the Bengals are just too young, and they don't have enough talent on that roster yet. Joe Burrow's a good pickup, but
I agree with you about the Ravens winning the division. I mean, I think everyone does, but I don't think Big Ben has to play that well because they were a disaster at quarterback last year. They were like Mason Rudolph just stunk it up big time.
Yeah, so did
I mean, Duck Hodges wasn't as bad, but he had a couple good games. But I mean, dude, that quarterback position for the Steelers last year was a shit show, and they won 8 games still.
Yeah.
Like, Big Ben just has to be like...
Yeah, but Big Ben has to be more than this if they want to pass the Ravens, is my point. And the Browns got better, and they got a new coach, and I think Baker's gonna learn to not make as many mistakes this year with Stefanski, I hope. Because Baker doesn't have an excuse this year, in my opinion. I mean,
I think the Browns are going to have a good year.
I think the Browns finished second in the division. And I think the Steelers finished third.
That's what I have too. But I have the Steelers around 9 wins.
Really?
So, yeah. I mean, dude, 8 wins with Mason Rudolph. Come on, man.
Listen, man. I'm not
Mason Rudolph. He's so bad. He's terrible.
I know he's terrible. And Big Ben is a way better quarterback than anything they had last year. But the problem with me with Big Ben is his age, his injury history, and that's my biggest thing is his injury history. Is he going to stay healthy this year?
Yeah.
If he gets injured again, what are they going to do?
Yeah, I mean,
the defense can't carry a team, like you said, in past seasons.
Yeah.
A defense can carry a team 1 year, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
Right.
And,
that's true.
I don't know if it's going to happen again.
But I'm assuming, this is just assuming Big Ben plays most of their games.
If Big Ben plays all their games, I could see him winning 9 to 10 games. But I still don't think they're better than the Browns or the Ravens.
Right.
In my opinion.
True.
So,
I mean,
that's just me.
Yeah, but listen. The Browns, though, I think the Browns are going to have a stellar year with Stefanski's run-heavy system there. Mm-hmm. They improved the O-line big time. They got Conklin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they drafted Wills.
Yeah, Conklin, they got Austin Hooper, and they got Jedrick Wills.
Yeah,
were 3 of my key additions.
Get ready for a lot of get ready for a lot of 2 tight end.
They can definitely run 2 tight ends.
A lot of 12 personnel. Yeah. I think ultimately that's what they'll do.
Their offense is stacked.
And here's the thing, I can honestly see the Browns winning the division. And I know that might sound crazy, but I can see them winning this division. I mean, they beat the Ravens. Didn't they beat them twice last year?
I think so.
Okay, well, they beat them twice last year. They got rid of their shitty coach. They brought in an actual coach who knows what they're doing. And I don't know, I just think that fit there is just perfect to me. Like, I don't like Stefanski that much. I'm not his biggest advocate, but I mean, it's a perfect fit for them. It's so ideal.
I agree.
Just like with their O-line and their running backs and how good Baker Mayfield is off of play action. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's one of the better quarterbacks from play action. That's what he thrives off of.
Yeah, I think the Browns take that step this year and they make the playoffs. I think
I hope.
they'll fit in as a
Yeah.
wild card, especially now with the extra slot. Now they have 7 teams,
Right.
so I think they definitely get a playoff nod.
Mm-hmm.
But-
And then we got the the Ravens, this one, I know everyone has them as the division winner, but
They're the most complete team now.
but listen, the question that I ask myself is, are we going to see what happened in the playoffs again? Like, our team's going to start to play them the way that the Titans did with, how they defended the run. Basically, you also have to have the personnel for it, which I don't think anybody except a couple of teams has the personnel to stop the Ravens' rushing attack.
And the other thing is, like, Lamar Jackson's probably due for regression. I don't think he's going to lead the
He's not going to throw for 35,
that's
40
my point. He's not
touchdowns
going to lead
again.
the league in passing touchdowns.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't even need him to do that. I don't think for them to win. Like last year against the Dolphins in the first week, he had how many touchdowns? He threw for 5, I think.
5, 6,
whatever.
maybe.
They don't need him to do that to win games.
Right.
And they have a stellar defense who can stop teams from scoring. They don't need to put up that many points to win games. And Lamar's perfectly capable of putting up points. So
He's also gotten better as a passer. We'll see if he makes another jump.
if he makes another jump, that's going to be scary.
Right.
That's going to be a deadly player right there. But yeah, so that's how I have the AFC North going.
Yeah, so I think we have the same
Pretty much
order.
same. We have Ravens, Browns,
Same order. But I'm a little
Steelers,
higher on the
Bengals.
Steelers than you are, I suppose.
I don't know, man. Maybe the Steelers can sneak in a wild card
I would
spot,
snag.
but-
I like the Browns. You know what? The Ravens have the continuity that the other teams in that division don't have. Like, it's going to be hard this offseason for teams with new coaches and new schemes and new quarterbacks to adjust. You're trying to learn a playbook through Zoom for a lot of this through this COVID pandemic, and I think it's going to make it tougher on the Browns.
I could see that.
I could see there's just so many different outcomes so many different ways that this whole COVID thing could play out. Because me personally, I'm leaning towards the side that new situations and new schemes are going to struggle. Because it's hard to implement it.
Yeah.
It's hard to implement it in that time period with COVID going on. So I don't know.
We'll see. But, according to Vegas, so if you were to bet, the Steelers have the win total of 9.5.
Right.
Would you bet on the under or over? And then the Browns is 8.5. I would bet on the over for the 8.5. The Steelers, though, 9.5.
What is it? What's it? What are the odds, though?
It doesn't have the odds. It just has the wins.
Oh.
That's what it's just like, what would you do? Because you're kind of higher on the Steelers than me.
I'd probably hit the under on
Under? So you have them winning 9 probably.
Because, like you said, Big Ben's health is
That's the biggest question with
like if he gets hurt.
If he's healthy the
Are they
whole
gonna
season,
blow-
they'll win 9 or 10 games.
Right.
I could see that. But is he going to be healthy?
There's more roads to them winning less than 10 games.
Yeah.
Less than nine and a half
Less than
games.
9.5. So yeah,